Okay, kiddos, we are back and we are going to do Thursday and Friday. So this is it. This is finally the end of chapter 15. We've spent a while on it and we are going to review today. And you can take your test today or you can wait until tomorrow, but that's the end of the week for this week. So let's check it out. We have the review. You guys can do this with me. It's in your book. So if you want to open up your book or if you just want to watch the video, either way. Okay, let's choose the best term from the box. A blank is made up of a whole number and a fraction. What number has a whole number and a fraction with it? We know that. That is a mixed number. Number two or more fractions that name the same amount are, you know that too, it's equivalent fractions. Remember, they're equal. And then 3, a blank is a number that names part of a whole or part of a group. Stop it, we know that's a fraction. Okay, too easy, we're too smart. So let's go and see if I can move this. Maybe I cannot. Yeah, maybe I can. Okay. Number 4. Write the fraction or mixed number for each picture. This is a little tough to see on my screen and it's not showing up on my computer. So I cannot tell you what number 4 says because it's too hard to read. But I can definitely see number 5. I see 1 whole circle, 2 whole circles, and then 1, 2, 3 out of 4. So that would be 2 and 3/4. Okay, I like that one. Now, over here, I can definitely see the blue dot on my number line. I have 0, so this is 1. 1, and how many parts is it broken into? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1 and 2, 6. Okay. Look at the next one. Tell whether the fraction is in simplest form. If not, write it in simplest form. Okay, we're so good at this. Number 8, 2/12. Okay, 2 and 12 are even numbers. So what number are they easily divided by? Always, every single time? That's right, 2. So I take my 2/12 and I divide the top by 2 and the bottom, my numerator and my denominator, by 2. Okay, 2 divided by 2 is 1. 12 divided by 2 is 6. 1/6, is that in simplest form? Totally, because nothing else can divide into 1 and into 6. Perfect. What about number 9? 15/20. What number can be divided into 15 and 20? Yep, we knew that rule. 5. So I'm going to simplify. 15 divided by 5 is 3. 20 divided by 5 is 4. 3/4, is that as low as it goes? You know it. 3/4 is simplest form. Number 10, 6/9. Is there any number that divides into 6 and divides into 9? Yes! What is it? Right, 3. 6 divided by 3 equals 2. 9 divided by 3 equals 3. 2/3, that is simplest form. And number 11, 9/16. Is there any number that divides into 9 and divides into 16? Well, it can't be 2 because 9's not an even number. Oh, 3. Yeah, 9 divided by 3 is 3. 16 divided by 3. No, I can't do it. So guess what? Even though those numbers are kind of big, this is simplest form. 9/16. Don't have to do anything to it. Okay. Number 12. You have to compare. You have to tell me if it's greater than, less than, or equal to. They're making our life tough on all of these, and they don't have common denominators. Let's do number 12. 2/3 and 9/12. Remember, we always look for our biggest, our highest denominator and think, can I make this a common denominator? Is there anything I can do to 3 to get 12? Totally. What can I do to 3? Yeah, I can multiply by 4. So 9/12 is going to stay the same. And I'm going to change my third into a 12th. Remember, fair to fractions. 3 times 4 is 12. So I have to do 2 times 4 is 8. Perfect. So now, technically, I'm comparing 8/12 to 9/12. So 8/12 is what? Greater than, less than, or equal to? Yeah, less than. Boop. But, of course, on my paper, it's going to say 2/3, right? Because I go back to my original fraction. Let's do another one. Okay. Number 13. Now we're looking at mixed numbers. 4 1/3, 4 1/4. What? Oh man, they have the same whole number, so I can't look at that. So I have to look at my fractions. 4 1/3, 4 1/4. What's a common denominator I can use? Well, I can't use 4 because I can't do anything to 3 to turn it into a 4. So 4 times 2 is 8. Can I do anything to 3 to make it an 8? No. 4 times 3 is 12. Can I do anything to 3 to make it a 12? Yeah, I just said it. Times 4. So my new common denominator is going to be 12. I have to change my third to a 12th. What do I do to that? 3 times 4 is 12. So fair to fractions. 1 times 4 is 4. Down here, 4 times 3 is 12. Fair to fractions. 1 times 3 is 3. So we can see 4/12 is bigger than 3/12. So I will say 4 1/3 is greater than 4 1/4. Remember, it's all about changing them to common denominators. Oh, look at number 15. We're going to skip 14 for time's sake. Look at 15. 2 2/6. 2 3/9. What's your common denominator? Can't turn it into 9. 9 times 2 is 18. Does 6 times anything equal 18? Yes, 3. So you, on your own, are going to change these to 18ths. So I'm going to change 2/6 to an 18th. I just said it's times 3. You should be doing this with me. And then I'm going to change my 3/9 to an 18th. 9 times 3 to And this is pretty cool. What answer did you get? I got 2/6 turns into 6/18. And then I got 3/9 turns into 6/18. That's why I picked this one, because it's not greater than, it's not less than, it is definitely equal to. Uh-oh. Whew. Okay. Now, numbers 16, 17, 18, 19. Order the fractions or mixed numbers from greatest to least. We can do this. No problem. Let's pick one. We'll do one together. Number 17 looks fun. So I have 2 2/3. Remember, it's the fraction I need to change because they all have the same whole number. 2 1/6. 2 5/12. Look at your greatest denominator. Well, it's going to be 12. Is there anything I can do to 3 to turn it into a 12? Yeah. What about my 6th? Can I do anything to that to turn it into a 12? Yes. do it on your own. Let's change them to 12ths so we can make our our equivalent fractions. I'll do mine, you do yours. I take 2/3 and turn it into a 12th. 3 times 4 is 12, so 2 times 4 is, yep, got it. 6 times 2. Oh, that's good. I don't have to change that one. And I have to put them in order from greatest to least. So I have to find my biggest 12th, but I'm using my original fraction. Okay, so did you change 2 2/3 to 8/12? 2 1/6 became 2/12, and 2 5/12. We didn't have to change it because we already had our denominator. So from greatest to least, you should have written 2 2/3, followed by 2 5/12, and then finally our smallest is, oh, I didn't write it the way I should have. 2 1/6. I'm sorry. Your smallest is 2 1/6. Okay. The next one we've had a lot of practice with. Rename each fraction as a mixed number and each mixed number as a fraction. We have done this so much, so I'm going to do 20 and 21 with you. 4 1/4. Remember, we just kind of go in a circle because we have 4 whole times 4 pieces. So 4 times 4 is 16. 16 plus 1 is 17. So that turns into an improper fraction of 17/4. Then the next one, oh, it's 17/5. That's when I take my numerator divided by my denominator. So how many times can 5 go into 17 without going over? Yeah, 3. 3 times 5 is 15. 17 minus 15 is 2. That becomes my numerator. I keep my denominator, so it's 3 2/5. Okay, kiddos, that's our review for today. Here's what I want you to do. Practice with your Mega Math. Review. Go through all that. If you want to do your test today, fine. You can be done for Friday, or Friday, do your test. I know I'm not there to grade it, but you can definitely check yourself. Everyone should have the assessment. I even marked some off for you. Take your time. Do front, back, and then there's even an extra page we added on for you. So that is what we're doing for this week. Okay, I hope you're following along. I miss you guys. Remember, go to Think Central, do the games, do the lessons. Also, go to iReady and do those lessons. They're super fun. If anyone has a question, have mom or dad call or email me. All right, guys, have a great week. I'll see you later.